This is our question 5. How do we attract our audiences? The first thing you see is phone text being shown, and
it leaves the audience wondering what the text's about, what
is it from.
Yeah, because we don't show the title at the top.
It's quite mysterious.
It's just a text bit.
And then the second shot we actually showed the contact name, and that was Trainer, who was played by Ben. So then the audience will start to question sort of the relationship between the two.
Right, yeah. And then we get drawn in again because we see him running through all these woods to the training facility, but we don't actually know where it is.
They sort of wonder what location he's actually trying to go to, because it keeps the shots keep changing.
It shows progression of his journey.
So we have a river one.
Yeah, river
through the
woods, up a hill, and then he arrives. And then he arrives at the mysterious house, and you're like, whose house?
And then he bangs on the garage door. You don't know who's going to come, and then who's going to answer. Who's going to come through the outside.
And then when he does when he does answer, you still don't know who he is. Like, he's anonymous because he's got his hood on and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was what we went for as well. We tried making Ben as an anonymous
character. Questions are still being raised, even though you know who it's going to see.
Although it was an opening sequence, if the film were to carry on and be a full movie, the point was that Ben would be identified as who he is later in the film.
Yeah.
So we wanted to keep it quite discreet as to who he was.
Mysterious.
And then what else do we see?
And then
you see you two do the handshake.
Handshake. There's a connection established.
Yeah, it makes it clear that they'd seen each other before and they know who they are.
Familiar with each other.
It's like establishing early on, the main characters and stuff. And then a bit later on, closer to the middle of the extract, it shows the calendar, and that progression there it shows us building up to something. So our opening sequence will at least keep their attention throughout the whole thing, because they know it's building up to something. So
it's not just seeing, Cameron being a boxer, just regular training. You actually see there's an aim to his training, he's not doing it for no reason whatsoever.
Also, when Ben first opens the garage from the inside, you can see an establishing shot of the whole setup of the garage, and so the audience will look at the props, wonder what they're for, how Cameron's going to use them.
Catches their eye because they see it for the first time.
Yeah. And then it goes into what's the first bit? The hand wrapping.
Hand wraps. So
loads of different cross.
Yeah. Hand wraps shots. Yeah. So the hand wraps when he first gets there. That's obviously what boxers do. That's a stereotypical, conventional boxing thing.
Intensifies the scene.
So that actually foreshadows the conflict that's going to happen, because you're obviously going to be punching stuff if you're wrapping your hands up.
It goes into the skipping rope, and then the skipping rope, Cameron, who played the part, does it quite well, and so you can sort of see that he is quite a developed boxer, you could say, or training.
Yeah, it's more serious when you get there. Despite the fact it looks run down, the fact they have their own calendar system going on, and there's an actual trainer there, it shows it's more serious. So
it's also the change in pace for each training method keeps the audience intrigued. Because it's not it's just slow press ups or sit ups or something. There's high speed pads and speed ball and
fast shots. Yeah, always changing. Yeah. And then it also shows. So along with the calendar, there's also progression of his clothing.
Yeah.
So he changes his costume, his attire. The people know there's a montage
to represent the different days of his training.
So they know this opening sequence isn't just going to be a straight up one day. They know it's over time.
Yeah, I think the music we used as well keeps the audience involved in it, because the music starts slow and then it keeps going upbeat, more upbeat. So as well as the calendar, you can see with the audio and the music, it's progressing to something.
It's almost if you get a Rocky sort of vibe from it.
Yeah.
It's similar music that you've heard in those films, to be honest.
Also, I think the most interesting thing for the audience would be like the punch bag scene, wouldn't it, where you have the special effects and
Following
Okay,
him around.
what we did when we filmed it is we tried to use
Tracks,
as many variations in camera shots as possible. Because if we kept the same, then people might lose a bit of interest in it. And
Like if you go to see a boxing film, you want to see sort of conflict and action. So
You want to
Like,
get into
yeah,
the boxing
so-
as much as
yeah,
possible. That's
so
why we did point of view.
you know what you're going to expect. So that's why we opened up a lot of punch bag, hand wraps, a lot of obvious conventions that are just associated with boxing.
also with the speedball, we had a shot where Ben was standing in the background, like with his hood down.
Assessing.
Yeah.
And so the audience can gain from that you monitor him.
Yeah. There's still questions being asked because you still can't really see him.
So
So
not like
it's
it's
sort of,
still an anonymous character.
yeah. So it keeps it might keep their attention span more than if you saw his face. Also, some of the props we used to attract the audience was useful because we had things such as a bottle of vodka, which you can sort of see.
On the show.
Yeah, for extreme close, I want to drop my phone.
Yeah.
And sort of it contrasts a bit because it doesn't.
Yeah,
Contrast with you like exercising.
Yeah,
from
because
yourself.
I'm healthy and committed, going on a run, and then you've got that in the background. But then again, on the other hand, boxing it's not known as happy sport. Like it's quite rough and like brutal.
So the audience could sort of question Cameron's background.
Or the trainer's background.
Yeah, and the trainer's background, and wonder if there's any previous incidents that have caused them to sort of change their lifestyle and be different.
Yeah.
They could also question like, why is he a trainer?
Yeah.
If he was like a boxer previously,
Yeah.
and then moved to training.
So it's a bit different. So the audience might find that interesting.
Also in one of the last shots, we see Cameron hitting the speedball as quick as he can, and then he carries on walking out the garage, and that's the first time that you see him from going into the garage leaving. So it sort of suggests to the audience that the next scene, if we were to make one, would show his progression, like payoff.
Yeah,
His training.
because it's leading up to that event. So I might say like, this is it.
Yeah.
It's like it's reached its goal.